So this is the Baby Jogger City Turn convertible rotating car seat. And what does it do? Basically, what you can do is you can rotate the seat. So you just have to pull up the trigger and it will rotate on its own. And it's going to give you about 10 more inches of clearance, but it's not 360 degrees. It only goes either to the left or the right, and it will only be in the rear-facing configuration that this is going to be working, and so it does not have the ability to become a booster seat. So 65 pounds is the max limit if you're going to be using this as a front-facing, and if as a rear-facing, you're looking at a 45-pound capacity. The car seat itself weighs about 28 pounds, but there are no handles anywhere on the car seat. So if you need to put this in your car, well, you're going to have to hold it the hard way. You're not going to be able to have any handles. So if you're trying to remove it and unremove it, I do find that even though the Baby Jogger is lightweight, it is not going to be the easiest to take out of your car because there's no place to really grip it. So the Baby Jogger was engineered and passed all of the standards for the True Test Plus. The Baby Jogger is going to be coming with 10 adjustable headrest positions. It can go all the way up to this high and all the way down if your child is on the younger side. Now, if I want to recline it, this is the difference. Normally, you would have a lever or something somewhere on the back where you would be able to recline this. However, on the Baby Jogger, this is not the case. The base is going to be adjustable. On the back of the City Turn, what happens is that I can now adjust the base using this. So I can even make it taller, and it's going to have 3 positions for reverse facing and 2 positions for forward facing. Now, we're also going to talk about it only comes with 1 cup holder. This cup holder is very sturdy though, and that is going to be on the left side. So if you're placing this on the driver's side, the cup holder will be directly behind you in a forward-facing position, and if you're placing it in the rear-facing position, well, it's going to be in the center stack. So you want to keep that in mind. If you place this behind a passenger in rear-facing, well, the cup holder will be on the window side, not the center stack side. So let me just talk about what I think is great about this chair. The material that they use is very cool. I think they call it their cool mesh or something cool, but it is a super nice and easy to wash, smooth fabric. It looks clean, it is easy to keep clean, and it's easy to remove in case you want to wash it. Second, I do enjoy how the latch system works here. If you're using this as forward facing, you're going to be placing your seatbelt inside of the yellow hole, taking it on the other side and then strapping that down. If you're using this as rear facing, what rear facing will do is that you're going to be placing your strap inside here. But how do you access the rapid locks? Well, there's 2 ways to do it. If you're doing it forward facing, just pop this up all the way. This is going to be foldable and you have access directly to the rapid lock as such. And this is where you're going to be putting in your seatbelt through this hole. If you're using this as a rear-facing unit, well, we'll just put our headrest down a little. You're going to be rotating it. So let me rotate mine. And it's going to be opening up to the rapid lock here. And then all I have to do is string through my seatbelt, make sure I'm in balance, and I can place my seatbelt inside, and I could clip it into place. Remember, on the City Jogger, if you put it front facing, it will stay front facing. If you put it rear facing, it will stay rear facing. So we want to put it in the position that we are going to set it at naturally. So right now it's currently as a front facing. Generally, I find I like to use it with the seatbelt, or you can use it with the latch. If I pop mine open, you notice that I have the rapid lock open here, and that rapid lock is going to allow me to have easy access to lock in my shoulder harness from my car seatbelt. So there's an open slot here. What you're going to be doing is just route your open seatbelt through. You want to make sure you give yourself enough slack. Route it through the other side. As you can see, you want to make sure your rapid lock is open. Then insert this in, close it. Here we go. Our rapid lock is now open. We want to tighten. We're tightened. Lock it in. and you're all set. If you notice, there is a different latch here. So if I want to go to rear facing, what I want to do is do it this way. Rotate my seat, place it down this way. I'm going to be running my seat belt through the bottom here. If you notice, there is a hole on the bottom. There's a hole on the bottom. I have access to that hole when this is rotated. So on the baby jogger, the first thing you want to do is set it correctly. If you're doing rear facing, you're also going to be opening and rotating this. Then you set the rapid lock and you open that rapid lock. You take your cord or your seat belt, you insert that inside. You plug it in and engage your rapid lock. Let that clip in. Plug in your seatbelt, let that be very tight. You want to make sure that's tight. Lock your seatbelt in, and now you have it as a rear facing. And if I want to adjust it, all I need to do is rotate it towards me. Before I get to drawbacks, let me just state one more. Well, you're going to have a lot of space inside of your car because of how this is configured. For things that have more of a clamshell design, like the Evenflo Gold 360 or the Cybex, since those have a clamshell design, you need more space. They're definitely going to take more space inside of your vehicle, especially if you're in the rear facing. Something like the City Turn or the Graco Turn2Me, you have more space because it will sit up a little bit straighter, meaning you don't have to sacrifice so much of your front space for your car seat if it's right behind you. So if you want to see how much space you have with the baby jogger, well, you do have a lot of space, even if you put this and you recline it. So what that means is I'm going to go into the front seat here. Our seat is all the way back. I'm going to recline my chair. And I have a lot of space. Very, very spacious cabin. I'm fully reclined. This is even more reclined than my natural seating position. So this is as far as the baby jogger is going to go. So I even have more space. So here it is. I mean, definitely a ton of space. I even have an inch more clearance. So a lot more space even than on the Evenflo and the Cybex. So the baby jogger in terms of space is very, very good. You get a ton. So for people with smaller cars, the baby jogger might work better for you than getting something like the shell design that you get on the Revolve Gold, the 360 Gold, or the Cybex. So what are my drawbacks about the baby jogger? Let me share them with you here. I actually have a few drawbacks on the city jogger because this is only 180. That means it can go from one side to the other side and not 360. It's basically just meant so that you can put your child in easier. And as a front-facing car seat, it is pretty much just like any other front-facing car seat. So for the baby jogger, because it's only 180 degrees rotation in the rear-facing orientation, well, you're kind of limited for how long you can use it. Once your child grows up past the size, it's just going to act as a basic car seat, as a front car seat, and then you're going to be moving on to a booster. There's no booster option here. Another key point, if you adjust the height on your headrest, well, on the baby jogger, it can affect how well or how hard this is to turn inside of your vehicle. Why is that? Because the patented turning that baby jogger is using has a wider turn. If you see how wide this turn is, you need a good amount of space to make that turn. And that's the same story. When you have that kind of space, you also need more space in the back. So if this headrest is up, if you have this in an incline or a decline position, that's going to affect how hard it is to move this around inside of your vehicle. So that's another important key point that I want to share with you. And finally, because the height is only adjustable in the base, you have to pretty much remove the car seat, unstrap it to adjust the base here. There's no other option to do it. If you try to move this, and this is the back of your car seat, if the seat of your car cushion is right here, well, you're not going to be able to access this. You have to take out the car seat on its own, which makes it a little bit tedious to adjust the incline or the recline on your car seat. So that's everything with the baby jogger. So thanks for watching, everyone. This is Dave with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.